Hello, welcome back to the Weekly Wix. Excuse me. I'm your host, Winston Churchill. Today, joining me are my co-hosts, Insanity and Kixx. Insanity, say hello.
Hello?
Moving on. Kixx, say hello.
Am I legally allowed to shoot him?
No, you're not. Actually, murder is illegal in all 50 states, except Alaska.
Alaska's cool.
They can't,
kind of mid, really.
they can't find you in Alaska. Trust me, I've tried. Moving on. I believe we have some topics for today's weekly WIKE. We are sponsored by Dr. Pibb, so go out
You can't
today.
say that. You can't say that. We're going to get
Yeah,
flagged.
we're gonna be banned for that.
No,
Come on,
true,
you got it. Can we cut that out?
You have ruined my bit.
I've ruined your bit.
All right, so
My
we have
fault.
some topics for today. I know Insanity's got at least one. I've got a couple. I don't know what Kixx has.
I didn't prepare anything.
Wonderful. So you're going to be on our kind of on the wall guy.
That's not a job you want to give me.
Yeah, that's a really bad idea. What the fuck is that? How do I turn on streamer mode? Alright, you can start, Wayne.
Right, Insanity. You want me to start? Okay. First topic for today is a very important topic, very near and dear to my heart. That's muscle women.
Oh, I was not informed. I was not informed of this topic.
I didn't tell you.
I'm gonna go references.
All right. Well.
Okay. Like, there's one specific lady that I follow on the Instagram.
Before we continue, if you mind me inquiring, what was with that? There was a weird transfer of the word.
Because I usually say the word lad and I don't say the word lady.
Uh-huh.
Because I'd be like, all right, get over here, lads. And I don't say, aye, ladies, over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you, but I'm just wondering why it's It was just
like,
weird.
My mind wanted to say ladies, but I also wanted to say lads just out of habit.
Okay.
Here's a possible solution to this. You say, "Oi, cunts!
Oi, cunts! Get over here!"
Yeah, that's
cunts is gender neutral. You are correct.
Okay, it is gender neutral. It is gender neutral. Still have to censor that. I still have to censor.
Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I just followed you on Instagram. I'm just sending you.
Oh my god, Wayne did in fact just follow me on Instagram live on the live. That is not a real person. What? Accept it.
Neither are you.
How do I accept Instagram? The follows.
I don't know.
There we go. I'll follow back.
I have all my accounts.
I'll message and I say, "Hello." Yeah. Okay.
You are all figments of my
down horrendous, Wayne.
That's incorrect. I am real. You are fake.
Okay, so
can a man with this
how do you know
amazing
you're real? How do you know you're real?
I think, therefore I am.
I think, therefore
the
you
devil.
aren't because I think you're not real.
The devil whispered in my ear, "You're one shot." I told him I got a med kit.
We went over this last episode.
I know.
We've been over this already, bud. New
What
content.
What is with the accent?
We gotta make new content, man.
What?
Hey, man, if you're going to channel, what's it called? Major.
I just would like to know what's with the accent. You know, like
Total Drama Island. There you go.
Sorry for my chair, by the way. I did not have my headphones on. What I miss?
He said I'm channeling Total Drama Island.
Our channel is Total Drama.
All right, campers. Today we're dropping.
All right, campers.
Feet.
Nine
of you have parachutes.
So
one of you does not.
Okay. I'm gonna
go. Who you value more? Ratings or your friends?
I'm gonna.
It's ratings all the way.
It is not ratings.
I wanna be famous.
All right,
that's why we're doing the weekly WIKE.
That's okay, kinda, because it's just funny things we say, and I like to record
them. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's this. Like I said last episode, the most important thing in content creation is to have fun.
That is true. That is true.
each and every day.
Hey,
Wake
that's
up,
the first rule of meth too.
and the first rule of gun safety, as we said in the last episode.
True.
Is there rules for meth?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Other than if you're sober and don't do meth, don't involve yourself with someone who does meth.
Okay.
I made that mistake in the past. We moved on past that.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to my topic. About my cats. I was gonna go
Hey,
grab
we didn't discuss muscle women yet.
We didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
we didn't
so,
even
my bad.
talk about muscle
okay.
women. That is the peak female form, honestly.
I mean, it's like flavors of ice cream. You can't just say one is the best.
No,
I
man,
can,
no, man.
and I can say it's mint chocolate
You
chip.
have
I
to-
can say
you
mint
have
chocolate
to.
chip is the best flavor ice cream.
You have to at some point, right? In a good, well, excuse me. With our beliefs, I would say, you're gonna find one type of ice cream you like that you're gonna stick with, hopefully, for the rest of your life.
In this context, yes, but the muscle woman won't stay a muscle woman her whole life unless she is going to the gym when she's 60 and 80.
And
which
Okay.
every
is
good
great.
muscle woman would be.
However,
I will be.
In this case, you're marrying the woman on the inside as well as the outside. If the outside is the only thing you're looking for.
Yes.
But in the context of looks, I do agree the muscle woman form is one of the top
See,
tier.
it's like it's an evolution of tomboy, really.
Are we? I'm sorry.
So
I'm
what
just...
what do you what is the there's a spectrum here, right? You know, there is too much. There is too much muscle on a woman. There's too much muscle on a man, honestly, because bodybuilders, that's not like healthy. It's not natural.
It's not healthy, but it looks good.
Do you
it
know
looks
how
cool,
like
yeah.
no, dude, they dehydrate themselves so they.
I know
look,
what they do.
Yeah, it's just.
I know bodybuilders.
I'm saying it for the watcher that they dehydrate themselves to make their muscles more pronounced. It's terrible.
They're so based.
It's
I do
not.
that sometimes.
I think
No way.
I
You
think
just don't drink
that-
water. There's a difference.
I think natural muscle with right amount of body fat, healthy diet looks good. Abs, some bigger muscles, but you don't even need bodybuilder physique. That kind of is unattractive, actually.
Are we saying that bodybuilder physique is having a shit ton of muscle, or is bodybuilder physique having dehydration?
It's being
so you're
really cut.
Is it?
That's
Okay, so
Well,
so
it's not
it's
even,
so
like,
it's the
bodybuilders
dehydration.
bodybuilders don't even actually have that much muscle compared to strongmen. Strongmen have far more muscle than bodybuilders. Bodybuilders are just cut.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
about the exterior muscle definition, not necessarily how much muscle you have. Also, in my opinion, it does degrade the female form when you get that big because female form is slenderer than a man. It
Well,
doesn't
you
matter
see-
for a man because they're big. But
I like big women.
I
he admits it.
But you have to maintain the aspects of femininity even in strength. Otherwise, it begins to become unattractive.
Like, just disregard my
in his
last
opinion. In his
girlfriend,
opinion. Okay.
and
well,
I have all the evidence I need.
Okay. Here we go.
Just kidding. I mean,
Also,
I had a boyfriend who was kind of big, and I had a ex-girlfriend who was kind of big, who's trans now. Crazy how that happens.
Okay. Well, for the sake of time, we're gonna have like a few final statements on this topic, and then we can move on to the next topic.
well,
All right, campers,
unfortunately-
we're moving on to the next topic.
No,
Okay.
I have one thing to
Okay,
say.
Kixx.
Unfortunately, one unfortunate fact about muscle women, fit women in general, is that in the act of losing body fat, they also lose body fat in areas in which are pleasurable
Okay,
to look at.
All right.
But
so
here's the thing:
all
flat
right.
is justice.
okay. Well, on that note,
I
on that note, we're moving on.
We're having the discussion.
We are not having this
It's an
discussion.
intellectual discussion.
We are moving to topic number 2 for the sake of time.
You know this
It is
topic is just going to come up next
topic
week too, right?
number 2 is cats. Do you prefer cats or dogs? Wayne?
Cats.
That's a tough one, Chief, because I've had some really good cats and I've had some really good dogs.
I've had
Like,
both.
Sophie, I love and adore. She probably the best pet I've ever had.
Mhm, mhm.
But I've had a lot of really good cats. Spitfire, bless his soul, he died, I don't know, a month ago.
Oh no.
When did he die?
He
Or how did he die?
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh,
They had a tendency. They were outside cats,
Oh,
so
okay.
they had a tendency to leave the house and come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Lucy had been getting into fights because one of his paw pads, was almost
Oh.
completely ripped off.
Oh my lord.
And then I don't know how Spitfire died. They never told me. They actually weren't going to tell me that he died at all.
Mm-hmm. That
Because
sucks. I'm sorry.
my mom called my dad, and I was working with my dad, and she's like, "You got to tell Wayne that his cat died." And my dad's like, "I'm not telling him."
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to know any of my cats died. Like, if I was out, because I love
Yeah.
all my cats. I have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside cats are like unhealthy compared to inside cats.
Of
Like,
course. But at the same time, you know,
It gives a lot more. Depends on the cat. Some cats, and it depends on where you live too.
depends on where you
'Cause-
live and depends on the cat breed. Cat breeds can
Yes.
be very nice. A lot of like mixed cat breeds are very good outside, but more like pure breeds are not because
Yeah.
they're bred for to being pet.
Like we've always gotten our cats. We've always got barn cats.
Ooh, yeah,
So
okay, yeah,
they thrive outside.
yeah,
But I mean, they thrive outside and they won't stay inside.
yeah.
And then
Like
all in all, we live in a pretty safe area for a cat.
yeah.
well, I have foxes and hawks, and I've lost a lot
Okay.
of chickens and stuff to
Oh,
them. And
okay.
I mean, we do too, but my cats are fighters.
well, you see, I have 3 cats. One is Shadow, and he slips out the door if you let him. He likes going outside, but he's
Shadow.
kind of retarded. Um, but Umbra and Cookie Dough, they've only gone outside a few times, but the times that they have, um, Umbra was gone for like the entire day. The last time she got out,
Yeah.
and we were looking for her. Cookie Dough came back inside. She didn't. And then I went out, and then I finally went out and looked for her, and she was just chilling, like covered in dirt and twigs. I'm like, okay. And I had to coax her. I had to coax her over to me because she didn't know who I was, and she was running away. And then she sniffed me, and she was completely fine and started meowing at me.
Cats are so weird. They're so interesting.
I know what you were in the process of saying, and yes, they are quirky.
I did not. I was actually not
you
saying.
stopped yourself from saying
No,
quirky.
I
heard
actually
you say,
no. I was
I
doing a
heard
pause.
you say the Q.
No, I swear I did not say quirky. I was not going
You
to.
did not say quirky.
I did
You
not
stopped
say
yourself
quirky.
from
I did
saying
not. I
quirky.
was not going to say the word quirky. I swear on the Bible, my left hand raising my right or left raising the air.
Right, I think.
Okay, with my right hand on the air, left hand on the Bible. I swear I did not mean to say quirky. I didn't.
Cope.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, there goes my entire argument. My bad. My bad, guys. Okay, so about my cats. So I have 2. I did have 3, but I have 2 now. The third one was 20 years old and was supposed to fail around 4 years ago. It did not fail. I don't. He kept living. He was fine, but he eventually, body literally was shutting down. Part of life. I was accepted by that point. Cats I have are morbidly obese, as I like. They're both fat as. They both were strays.
Hmm.
And the first one, Sarge, was already fat as a because he just bullied every other cat. The other one
Because he was a killer.
Yes, because he was a killer. The other one, Spotty, grew
He was a straight gang shooter, you know?
yeah. But yes, then we have Spotty. Very shy, very skittish. Previous owners didn't take care of her. They left her outside a lot. She was stray, so grandfather who died years ago. Hey, give me that cat before I call animal services on you. And they gave him the cat.
Fair enough.
Because they would leave her out in the winter when it was freezing cold. And he was like, we're not doing that. And it's not like they put anything up. They put if you have an outside cat in your backyard, put stuff up for it. You have food, you have water, shelter for it. I think that's fine. have a street cat that if you take care of street cats, same thing. You can't like fully take care of the cats. They can get to other houses and get food. That's how cats work. If you have a cat you've adopted, then you turn it into a street cat. Failing your obligation, then. But that's my opinion.
And then it's really worth to note that I live in a very different environment than these two do.
Yeah. Well,
so when our cats go stray, like they don't go stray because there's not enough houses around.
When I was a kid, I lived in the same environment you did, then.
Yeah.
But not now. But not with these cats.
Like we don't have street cats because we don't have streets.
With that, I actually had one cat, Sassy. She had a full litter of kittens. There's some random feral cat came up and they did the deed, and she had a full litter of kittens. Kept those kittens. Had no one to give them to. So
I think I had a cat named Sassy once.
And they all
had a dog named Scrappy.
And they all were like semi-feral cats. They would go out and do whatever they want in the woods around us. Because we lived in the middle of the woods, they'd come back. So, that was that. Something you can fully be taken care
of. The big problem with having cats are always tomcats.
Yeah.
Especially in my environment. Because that's how you typically lose cats.
Yeah.
Out here, is they become tomcats, and you see them every now and then. I believe I had a cat named Stripes that did that.
Yeah, because they'll go out and they'll do whatever they want. Just
they're going out to do the deed, is what they're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, hey,
I gotta respect the grind.
I gotta respect the grind, but it kind of sucks. But they'll always. But if you have a cat that loves you, they will always come back, and you can always see it again. It'll always treat your area around your house as it, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
We also had an open garage where they would always. I remember
cats are very intelligent creatures.
They are. I remember one thing that one Christmas it was getting cold, and I go outside to get ready, and I hear mewing off to my right, which is where the garage was. Little me's like, I gasp. Little me goes runs to the garage. I get close to the mewing, and I see a box full of kids with Sassy in it. That's one of my core memories. Because I was like 7 or 8. Made me so happy, and I immediately ran inside and grabbed my mom. Mom, kittens! And she's like, "What are you talking about? Get your ass in the car." But yeah, recently my cousins got 2 kittens, and I'm gonna tell the story of what Maurice did, the orange cat. Which
Maurice,
if you know orange cats, this is a bad omen. Well, not a bad omen, but orange cats are troublemakers.
Well, let me just say, on the topic of colors of cats, black cats are elite.
Yes. Yes.
They are. I had a very fluffy black cat that disappeared into floorboards one day and never returned.
Black cats and calicos, that's where it's at.
True, they're very lovable. Those cats are very lovable. They're very loyal. Orange cats are troublemakers. They will cause chaos.
Cat for insanity.
So what Maurice did is my cousins built a play tent shape of like a mystery van. Maurice runs around, he's a kitten, so he's not a kitten, but he's not fully grown yet, like a teenager. He walks around, he runs around, he likes to play. So he walks to the other side of the house, like where the kitchen and dining room area is. And this tent is set up in the living room. He runs from like the glass door to the backyard, where the kitchen and dining room is, all the way to the tent and just tackles it. He jumps up and just shoves himself into it, throwing it across the room for no reason. And then he runs off. Troublemaker. Yep. Okay.
Recently, my cats were just kind of hanging out around in their living room, and they were sitting by the door looking through it because the doors are glass, the front doors. And they suddenly start hissing, and there's like a stray cat that comes around the house, and like once they see it out there, they start like puffing up and hissing and meowing at it. And I thought it would come back, but no, they're hissing at each other. I'm like, okay, why are you hissing at each other? And then all 3 of them converge around each other with their tails like spiked up, like hissing at each other. They don't do this because they don't, fight each other very often. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? And so I get up to try to break them apart, and they just keep congregating. They just keep doing it, and so I have to grab a styrofoam lid and a boot and start hurting them away.
What
And
were?
then I don't know. We're just fucking like angry at each other. And then Shadow, the biggest cat, the dude, is the one like instigating, I guess, because like he's following the other cats around, and I have to like kick him in the ass and get him to go away, and he comes back around. So I end up shutting my cat in my room, and then shooing Cookie Dough so she moves far away so he stops bothering her. I don't know why they were doing it. They stopped, and then nothing happened the rest of the night. I don't know what started it.
Wayne, what is your theory?
They're just wacky little guys.
What is your theory that just happened with Kix's cat?
They're being wacky little guys. I told you. There is no rhyme or reason to cats, you know?
Yeah, there is really no rhyme or reason with cats. They're unreasonable creatures, but that's why they're so cool.
They have a level of emotional and intellectual capacity that bring them past just being a pet.
Yeah. Dogs are the same way, but it depends on the breed of dog. Dogs are supremely loyal, but they're domesticated, so they're not gonna, ever.
Listen, I've got 2 dogs right now.
Yeah.
Their names are Sophie and George.
Uh-huh.
George is a Saint Bernard Black Lab mix.
Okay.
Absolutely massive. He's like, I don't know, a year old maybe, and he's like 120 pounds. He is quite possibly the dumbest dog I've ever had. It's not his fault because he's part Great Pyrenees, and I don't know what a Great Pyrenees is supposed to be.
Aren't they like great? Are they like
They're big dogs.
They're very docile barn dogs or herding dogs.
I don't know what their intended purpose is, but every Great Pyrenees I've ever had is dumb. He is just dumb.
I had I think a very small dog. His name was Little Man, and this dog was so funny because he was when I had my cat Sassy, and they would just like patrol together, and it was so funny to me because he would work so well with these cats, and it was around the size of cat. It wasn't a Chihuahua. I think he had a bit of Chihuahua in him, but he was something. He was a mix. He was definitely a mix of something. I want to say a mix of a Dachshund and a Chihuahua of some sort.
I really do not like Dachshunds, and I do not like Beagles.
Yeah.
I have had nothing but trouble with Dachshunds and Beagles.
Yeah.
And Chihuahuas.
He was very docile, very polite, but he would like anytime something came. He's a very good watchdog. Because anytime someone new came over, he would yap so loudly. But he didn't do it. But if he knew someone, he wouldn't do it.
Jack Terriers are elite. Like that's, I've had a lot of Jack Terriers in my life. Scrappy, Sassy, Sophia, Ingrid. Scrappy, I loved her.
Mm-hmm.
Scrappy. Okay, here's a great thing about Jack Terriers, right?
Yep.
They are, if I remember correctly, they're a ratting breed.
Oh, okay.
So they're very, very good for outside dogs because they're ratters.
Oh, yeah. Quickly. After you finish this, we're gonna go to the next subject because we've been talking about dogs in like 15 minutes.
Sophia is quite the hunter. Like, do you guys have armadillos out your way?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what their extent is.
I think they're all across the U.S. Not the north.
Yeah. So you've seen an armadillo, right?
Yeah, I've seen them get hit by cars. It's
Sophie kills those. Sophie is like a 10, 15-pound dog.
Oh my god.
And she's a Jack Terrier. I mean, she's small.
Why would Russia not be big?
He's having a conversation. Okay, Kixx, what is one topic you'd like to talk about?
The state of Star Wars.
State of Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't like where it's going. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Like, well, ever since the Disney buyout, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't
Like
know.
they had such a perfectly good universe to work with, and then they made their own, and it sucked.
Yeah. I
mean-
really have enjoyed the Mando.
I have not watched it.
Well, you can't really have this discussion if you haven't. Have you
Well,
seen
yeah,
Kenobi?
we can't. Have you seen
I
Kenobi?
haven't seen Kenobi.
I hate you
haven't
so
seen
much.
Book
You
of
are so
Boba.
unbearable to talk to. I hate you. I hate you. Get off my podcast.
Didn't even watch the. I didn't watch the movies.
Well, you're not missing anything there. We can.
I know, but I haven't even watched through Clone Wars.
Dude, stop.
Go watch fucking Star Wars.
What is wrong?
I'm busy. I've got another series I'm watching right now.
No, we're not talking about this.
We are not talking about that. That's
We are
correct.
not. We are not subject shifting into that.
But yeah, I'm not happy with the direction Star Wars is going in.
No, I don't want to hear it because you haven't watched anything new from Star
Yeah,
Wars.
you haven't watched anything.
can't have an
besides the
opinion.
movies, so it does. Yeah,
I watched what's episode 7?
Episode 7 was the only okay one. It was still bad, but it was, you know,
It was bad, and I haven't watched.
it was a
anything
palatable
Disney
bad.
since.
It was
not like
it was a palatable bad because it was like, okay, maybe they can go somewhere with this, and they did not. They didn't. They in fact did not go anywhere with that.
The expanded universe.
Did you
is
watch? Have you
just-
seen Rebels?
No.
Dude, I'm gonna go through a list of every modern Star Wars show. Kenobi,
No.
Boba,
No.
Mando,
No.
Clone Wars,
No.
Clone Wars 2003.
No.
What have you seen? I feel like that's an easier.
A handful of episodes of Clone Wars.
Okay, so you have seen a bit of Clone Wars.
That's it.
That's
And
it.
then episode 1 through 6.
Okay.
Or episode 1 through 7.
So, if I may ask to the jury, right? If I may proposition this question, Judge and jury, where do you get your stance to say you don't like the direction of Star Wars is going? Don't get me wrong, I understand the opinion. I'm just wondering, where does this opinion come from?
Because the movie I watched was bad.
Is it because me and Kixx have been complaining about it?
No. I form my own opinions.
I mean,
Okay.
episode 7 was bad, but it was also the best of the new trilogy. Which probably
I would like that stricken from the record because that is a lie.
it is the best of the new trilogy. Yes, it
Not
is.
you, not you.
Oh,
I'm
I
talking
don't
about-
like these new colonies you put on the map, bud.
All right, we're guys. We can do.
What do
one
you
final,
mean you
we
don't
can do,
like
we
them? You
can,
don't like all those Frenchies?
We can do one final topic, or we can go.
So I was going to talk about my therapist.
Okay. Do you want to?
I mean, if someone else has a better topic, then we can go ahead with that.
Okay, so he doesn't want to talk. We're not going to talk.
I'm fine with talk. I was offering it up as a topic. If you guys have a better topic,
Okay, Kixx.
How autistic?
Well, we can go. As...
Okay.
Okay.
Going with therapy. So recently started talking to a therapist. Last
Okay.
Friday.
Nice, nice.
And have you ever seen the meme where it was like, I can't talk to my therapist because they're just as bad off as I am?
I never wanted to hear you start this topic shift by saying, "Okay, so I should have talked to my therapist." Now, have you ever heard of this meme? Like,
So
that is the worst.
she calls me, right? It's
Okay.
a phone interview,
Yeah.
and I'll be explaining my problems, and she'd be like, "Yeah, same." Like, bro,
You good?
it's like,
Mhm.
well, do you have any input? And she's like, "Oh no, you're kind of doing everything I do." It's like, that's not
Why are
very
you a
helpful.
therapist? Why are you a therapist?
What a
It's
what
like,
a base therapist.
Sometimes I have a lot of difficulty connecting with friends, and I feel like everyone would be better off without me, and this and that. And she'd be like, "Yeah, same." It's like, I have a lot of difficulty making friends.
Okay.
Oh, I feel that all the time, and it's like,
If I may ask, where did she get her degree?
Base,
I
the
don't
base
know.
department, duh.
now, keep in mind, this is supposed to. This is a.
Is it? Do you pay for this?
Yeah. Well, not. I pay like $15.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyways, this is one of the best therapy programs in my state. Like, this is out of one of the big cities. That's why it's a phone interview.
Okay.
She's a nice lady, and I'm hoping that the next session I have with her goes a lot better.
Okay.
But it's like,
Yeah, oh, she.
I like to state for the record, by the way, that every time I've called Wayne today, not today, but this week since the last podcast episode, he has made the joke, I should call my therapist about this at least once.
I don't think that's true. I think you're making that up for jokes.
Am I?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, I
don't know.
You said it a few times.
I might have.
He might have. Anyway.
It sounds like my vein of joke. Yes, I just don't remember doing it.
Anyways, on that note of things we're not remembering to do, it is the 31-minute mark, so we can go ahead and wrap things up. Any final topics they'd like to talk about? That is a no. All right.
No? Yeah, okay.
All right, Wayne, go ahead and intro, not intro, exit. The exit.
Sri Lanka is being destroyed by green energy policies.
All right, so we're going.
Wait, we're talking about green energy now.
Okay, well,
so Germany, right, has the most
stupidest energy program. It is so it's so bad.
I cannot believe it, especially because the amount of times they go to France and they're like, bro,
solar and
they keep on going to France and they're like, bro, your energy is so bad, you know. And France produces a significantly lower carbon footprint than Germany.
It's because Germany refuses to use nuclear. Nuclear is modern nuclear is their safest.
Just closed all of their nuclear plants.
There's no way. There's no way.
I'm not joking. The SDP did that. The SDP Green Party coalition.
They are going to have rolling blackouts. It is that simple.
I know.
And it's going to be.
Aren't they relying on
Nord Stream
to supplement?
They are relying on Russian
Nord Stream
natural gas.
Nord Stream actually just closed, by the way.
It did it.
It did just
Thank
close.
God.
I'm sorry. All right. So yeah, no. Germany.
We need more nuclear in the world.
We do need more nuclear. By the way, the official WIKE opinion on the WIKE, the official opinion of the weekly WIKE on nuclear power is that nuclear power is based.
I agree.
We all agree.
We should have made more nuclear ships.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
I mean, yes and no.
We should make a nuclear sailing ship, guys.
Ideally, we wouldn't need them, but
what do you mean?
I guess what we're talking about like nuclear ships in general or nuclear warships.
No, nuclear-powered civilian ships.
Okay.
Can I have a nuclear-powered speedboat?
I gotta err on the side of caution with that because I know how ship engineers work.
Well, first of all, I hate you for that.
Well,
second of all,
there were several nuclear cruise ships and nuclear.
I remember that. Yeah.
Nuclear transport ships, like cargo ships, and they were made in such a way to even if the ship sunk, there would be no danger of a meltdown.
I feel like Wayne was talking about more commercial ships than freight and more civil ships than commercial and freight.
No,
commercial and freight are the largest use of.
Yeah, you would.
Fuel.
There's no reason to put nuclear in civilian.
Yeah, no, I'm not. The day someone can buy a nuclear yacht,
the day Jeff Bezos gets a mega yacht with a nuclear reactor might be the day I commit a nuclear holocaust.
Yeah, there's no reason to put it in civilian stuff, but for like mass transit, because worldwide shipping on the seas is incredibly taxing on fuel. They use a ton.
And then on this topic, on the worldwide shipping topic, I'd like to say, can we get rid of semi-trucks? Entirely.
Alright, is this because you got pulled out? Did one pull out in front of you the other day or something?
One almost killed me, yes, but that's not
okay. I think I understand why he brought this up, Kixx. If you ask me,
they're horrible from a logistics standpoint.
Yeah,
because a train does it better.
But here's the thing: no one wants to build the train network necessary because the U.S. already has a pretty okay freight network.
We need to take the Amtrak system and make it mag.
Yeah, no, they're already doing that.
We used to have the best fucking rail network on the planet, but then we just don't anymore.
Because
I took a train from Paris to Barcelona, and let me tell you, there is no trip like a mag train. I'm honest.
Trains in general are just a better form of transport. Like civic transport in general, America does horribly.
Yeah.
Like our cities are it's because car infrastructure was so ingrained into our infrastructural planning, and now no one wants to stop because do you know how profitable cars and fuel are?
The whole structure of our urban planning across the entire United States needs to be just tore down and start over.
Yeah,
but it's so prohibitively expensive
that nobody wants to
because
do
of how we've ingrained it.
This is why we need to annex Canada.
All right.
And then because Canada's completely
okay.
empty.
Hold on.
No. I've got a better idea, right?
People live like a few miles from the U.S. border in Canada.
What we should do instead, right, is just take a bit of useless, like Nebraska or something, and turn it into a mega city.
Okay. Yeah.
Like literally just skyscrapers full of apartments and building or shops and banks and everything.
Can we do this in like Wyoming instead?
And where?
What? We're not doing this bit. No. You're not going back to the CERN bit and saying Wyoming doesn't exist in my timeline. We're not doing this. We're not. It's not.
That's
funny.
not where. That's like a long-standing joke that Wyoming doesn't exist.
No, but that's where you're going to take it because you're.
No,
rattling.
that's not where I was going to take it.
Yes, it is.
No,
yes, it is.
No.
Anyways, guys, on that note, we're going to end the podcast here. We're going to we're ending this here. So, Wayne, if you'd like to take us out on the outro.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. This has been a great podcast. We talked on a lot of good topics. I really appreciated our section on cats and dogs.
That was
because that's a very down to earth section, and I think it's going to be a good one. I think I enjoyed talking about it. I think you guys did too.
Your position on flat tits is wrong, by the way.
That is not about cats and dogs. That is not on the cats and dogs subject. So for all of us here at the Weekly Wicks, I just want to wish you guys a very good night, a very good morning if it's the case, maybe good afternoon, good evening, and for all of us, I'd like to say goodbye.
What? Why did you say it like that? Okay. All right. Bye-bye.